What is up, YouTube, and welcome to another Supergirl video. So this was a very action-packed episode here in Supergirl, which I really did enjoy this episode. It really was a really fun romp here, and quite a few, well, two big things were actually revealed in this episode. So we have got the big mystery still for Samantha, who doesn't know that she's a world killer, and the rest of the DEO and Team Supergirl don't actually know that she is also Reign, the world killer. So I expect some kind of mystery going on there. I really do like the dramatic irony that we know who this person actually is. We know what she does at night when she thinks she's sleeping and goes completely missing, but no one else does. So it's really a good mystery there, a good way to build up the mystery. Sometimes the reveal of who the villain really is sometimes comes a bit early and spoils everything, but here the way they're building it up is really good. I really do like the way they're actually doing this, and we have a very Lena Luthor centric episode this week, which I did like. I'm a big Lena Luthor fan. I'm not so much of a fan of her being shipped with Jimmy Olsen, which to me isn't really that good. I don't like the idea of her being shipped with him because, to be honest, they have no chemistry. It just feels really forced, and I don't really like it. I do think that she should be shipped with Kara. They should try something just a bit different, I think. Maybe she's lost all faith in men, and, you know, she's decided to go to the person who both actresses have amazing chemistry, but that's probably never going to happen, and we're going to have to deal with the whole ship with Jimmy Olsen, which really does fall far off the mark, which is a real shame. But it is her versus Morgan Edge, and I think Morgan Edge is a really interesting character. I like the fact that, well, they are both business tycoons, and, well, she technically should be evil considering her heritage, but, well, she's not. So considering the fact that Morgan Edge hates her, I feel that the whole rebuff thing, the fact that, well, he thought that she was behind him being taken and things like that, that doesn't really make any sense. I think it's a really kind of weak way of doing things. I think Morgan Edge could have looked into that a bit more. He could realise that if he knew she's not a killer, why did he think that it is actually her hacking his car? I mean, can you even hack a car? It doesn't look like he had a Tesla. I don't know how that works, but it was really weird. But it sets up a really cool storyline with these two fighting. Very light on the Supergirl here, very light. And usually I say that when it's light on Arrow, Flash, or, well, Supergirl, usually it's a bit of a dull episode. This is very much filler. Don't get this wrong, this is very much filler, but it's enjoyable filler. I really do like Lena Luthor. I think she's great. And this gives us an insight into her family and her psyche. She has all the tools. She has all the mallet, all the capabilities of being like her brother and her mother, but she's not going to because she has friends. Oh yes, we had to have the very sappy thing there, but we do have, for some reason, her mother is behind the whole Morgan Edge business. Why has she suddenly now popped out the woodwork to actually do this? Why has she popped out of the woodwork all of a sudden, like months down the line? Very strange. But I'm not going to begrudge it because we see Lexi's battle suit finally. We did see that tease. I think it was last season or early this season we actually saw it. I think actually it was definitely last season where we saw it in I think it was Project Cadmus, or kind of like the warehouse that her mother actually has. So it's really cool that we saw that. This is the Lexo suit, which I thought was a pretty cool name. So it's really cool there that we see that. It is a staple of Lex Luthor, at least in the current comics, in the recent continuity. It really is a strong part of his identity and who he is, because that's how he fights. So really cool that we got to see that. It looks very Iron Man-esque. They really did have the whole Iron Man thing where he's got the face and the heads-up display in front of him. I'm not going to begrudge that, you know. I don't mind it. It's, how else are you actually going to portray the fact that he's actually, or she, is in the suit there? Now, it does lead to the fact that we could possibly get Lex Luthor at some point, and the Lex battle suit is the first time we've seen it live action, and it wasn't used by Lex. So I'm hoping that we see Lex or something. We've got Superman. Why can't we have Lex Luthor? Why, if they can do the the impossible and get the biggest DC character on the show, well, why can't we have his rival? It'd be really good to see him at some point in this show. And we do see some big reveals that we actually got, and this was big. We got revealed that Superman killed Zod. Now, is this in the DCEU? I don't actually know, but it's big that Superman actually killed Zod. So people hated that in the DCEU, and now they've transferred it over here. Now we don't know how he killed him. He may have like blown up a building that he was in and then he died, or he could have just snapped his neck, just like Henry Cavill's Superman in Man of Steel. But big stuff that's actually happened. But we did see him versus Morgan Edge. Some really cool stuff in this episode. Morgan Edge will return at some point. I don't know how. Possibly he will be besieged by Project Cadmus with Lex, or Lena's mother at least. But the Worldkillers are a big thing. In the next episode, we have got the reveal of one of the Worldkillers, the girl who was in This Is Us, and that is the one that Supergirl actually saw. So the Worldkillers will be a big thing coming up. We're going to have more Worldkillers as time goes by. I'm not sure how many of these people that they found in the DEO. Are they all going to be Worldkillers, or is it simply just one of them? But they did find out the anomalies, and that is one person. She is going to be besieged and will be fighting against everyone. So they'll probably realise that this Rain is actually a real person, and then this is what's actually going to lead to them possibly realise that Samantha is actually Rain herself. So there's a lot to unpack in the upcoming season, a lot of stuff to do, and it's interesting they kind of in this episode made it a very Lena-centric episode, and the relationship with Jimmy Olsen just does not work, does not click whatsoever. But it was an enjoyable episode, like I said. And, well, Lena, I really do want to see more of her. Now, will she finally heed her mother's words and become evil? Possibly not. I don't really see that happening. But if it does, well, that's going to be sick as well. Maybe she will not do that much with Catco Worldwide Media. Maybe she's going to move forward and actually take over more with L Corp and, you know, be who she should actually be. So that is it for this video. A very short video here because I'm going out, but I will be doing a Black Panther review video as well. So please do hit that like and that subscribe. Join our Discord down below. Check out my Patreon if you want. Like and subscribe, of course. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.